Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So just a disclaimer before we begin, I am not a medical doctor, a physical therapist, anything like that. So this is all what I've learned from my two physical therapists that I've seen. One specializes in diastasis, one specializes in pelvic floor, and this is what has helped me through my SPD experience and what I'm currently experiencing. So please keep on watching and follow along with me. This first exercise is called diaphragmatic breathing, and I did it as soon as I gave birth. So what you want to do is you want to take a deep breath in without making your chest rise. You want to have your rib cage rise and relax your pelvic floor. And as you breathe out, you want to make an S sound or do a pursed lip breathing technique and pull up on your pelvic floor while you're doing this. This is going to close that gap in your abdomen. And I normally do 3 rounds of 10 twice a day, and I've worked my way up to 3 rounds of 20 twice a day, and this has helped me so much. I do it when I'm laying flat, I do it when I'm in the shower, I do it when I'm breastfeeding. Honestly, I do it as long as I can engage that ab wall and keep it closed. I really don't think it matters what position you're in because this has helped me so much. So this next exercise is called pelvic tilt. I'm literally doing like the same thing, diaphragmatic breaths. But with this, when I exhale out, I'm also rolling my hips inward so that my spine is aligned with the ground and it's flat. So that little gap right above your butt, like that curve on your lower back, you want to have that flat to the ground when you breathe out. And this way, it strengthens your inner abs and it just helps a lot. So do this. I know it's probably hard if your butt's really big, but I'm telling you, just roll the hips inward when you exhale and roll them back out. And this is what I've learned. So just do it. And I'm telling you, it helps. And also, all these exercises are going to help your pelvic floor. So you might as well just go ahead and do this. I like to do 3 rounds of 10 again. And I also like to use a binder to help support my abdomen. So try to do this. I know my physical therapist, they used to tell me if you don't use an abdominal binder, you can also put the palms of your hand on each side of your waist and like squeeze your sides inward, so that way it's supporting your ab wall when you do anything with your abs. So every time you exhale out, you want to squeeze that area. Or you can also use a towel. So in the towel, you just wrap the towel around your belly and crisscross it. For this exercise, you're going to take a deep breath in, squeeze your abs, squeeze the towel, pull up, and then exhale out. And you're going to do again. Take a deep breath, squeeze your abs, squeeze the towel, and exhale out. So you always want to squeeze your abs and support it with the towel first before you bring your head up and exhale at the same time. So that's what you're doing, or that's what I'm doing here, and that's what you need to do. So this way you help to support those abdominal muscles and bring that glab closer together. So now after doing my 10th rep, I am going to bring the towel around my legs. I didn't have my little stretchy band, but you can also use one of those little stretchy bands and do the same thing instead of the towel. But I couldn't find mine, so I like to use a towel. It's fine. And I like to open and close my legs. So what I do is I use a towel as resistance. So I start off with my legs closed, and then I push them out. But I'm also trying to, add resistance using the towel. So this is what I do 10 times. And I like to inhale with my legs closed and then exhale when I push out. And you don't want to use that resistant bands that just goes around your legs. You want to use the one that's just like open, And this just helps strengthen the hip area and your pelvic floor, and especially that middle area that hurts when you have SPD. Now I'm grabbing a pillow. I used to use a little small yoga ball that I bought from Amazon, but my kids are playing with it and I have no clue where that thing is now. So now I just use a pillow because I don't have time to be looking for that thing. So I use a pillow and I like to squeeze. So this is pretty much hip abductors, and it's really strengthening the muscles in the inside of our thighs and really strengthening that symphysis pubis. So you're going to feel some really bad pain in the middle. So the previous exercise before this were like hip adductors. So they're going to work the outer hips and the outer glutes. So we need to work these muscles out because this is what has weakened when the symphysis pubis was separated. So all those muscles that weaken, we need to strengthen those muscles. And those are the inner thighs, the outer glutes, our glutes in general, and our lower back. And this is what my physical therapists have told me. So I'm telling you guys, these exercises are definitely going to help. It has helped me so much. And I do these like faithfully because guess what? We only got one body. And if you're really committed to that body, you would do all these exercises. So now I'm getting ready to do some hip bridges or hip thrusts. Now, when I first gave birth, I could not lift my hips off the ground. And it took me almost, I want to say 4 months for me to really get my hips to even come off the ground. Like I went to a physical therapist and they lift your butt off the ground. And I was like, there's no way. It's so heavy. I don't even know what muscles to use to bring it up. But now I'm at this point a little over a year later. Now I can lift my hips without pain, and like I'm just really grateful that I can even lift my hips because I'm telling you, I could not even get it off the ground. So this might be a whole nother level to SPD. So if you can do the first couple exercises that I showed you faithfully, you will get to this point where you can do a hip bridge, hip thrust. So I like to do about 10 of these. These are going to help strengthen that lower back and the glutes, and those are what we need to help us walk without pain. So this is one of the new exercises that I've learned from my pelvic floor therapist. And she told me that we need to be doing these back bends. Now, I really was not trying to do these back bends, but she told me a lot of women don't want to do this because they think their abs are going to go and separate. But really, our abs only move up and down from what she told me. So she said it's so important to try to do these exercises. She said a lot of people who have SPD, they don't know if they can just do this exercise, really stretching that abdominal muscles will get rid of the pain down there. She said that whole area just needs to get stretched. Now, if you're like me and you can't do a full back bend where you're all the way on your hands with your arms straight out, you need to do it the way that I'm doing, having your elbows on the ground, because I can't bend all the way back because it's just too painful. So this is what you want to work out first. You want to start from this level, and eventually when your back is flexible enough, you want to get it so that you're all the way up on your hands, bending all the way back. And let me tell you, when I first started doing this, because this is one of the exercises I didn't do during the first year. So I recently started doing this. Let me tell you, I was in so much pain. Like I couldn't even walk. Okay, here, see how I was trying to get on my hands? I just couldn't. It just hurts. But anyways, I couldn't even walk after doing these exercises with my physical therapist. And I really felt like it was messing up my hips. Like I could not walk. But I would take some Tylenol and would give myself a couple of days to recover. And eventually I kept doing this. Like I would just do that back bend every couple of days. And it actually started making my hips feel better. So by just letting you know that back bend will aggravate your hips. I'm not going to lie, but it does help. So here I am doing, what's that, frog legs or fire hydrants. Yes, fire hydrants. Now this is a whole nother level. Now you gotta pass level 1 first, and that level 2 with the hip bridge, and this is level 3, because I could not do this the first year. Like it was just hurting so bad. Like my symphysis pubis area, oh my gosh. Ain't no way I could have done this the first year. But now I'm doing them, like, but they still hurt, but not as bad. Like I'm trying to fight through it because you guys really need to get those muscles to wake up, right? We need to go ahead and strengthen those muscles, wake them up and say, hey, body, get it together, okay? So this last one, one of the medical students was showing me this during my OMT appointment. I completely forgot what the name of these exercises were called, but it helps focus on the hip area. And if I do remember, I'll put it in the description below, but you have to do these like clamshell exercises, like 10 of them, and they hurt. Like my hips were getting tired. And then you want to like straighten out your legs and lift your legs up. Now, my mom swears by this. She was like telling me she used to do this all the time. And I was like, yeah. But after the OMT people were showing me this, I was like, okay, maybe my mom was right. Let me start doing these exercises. But this helps so much. I'm telling y'all need to do this exercise because you're going to feel so brand new doing this like every day. So like I said, all these exercises I've done, I do 10 rounds. Oh yeah, my middle section is aching, but like, yeah, we trying to get this body back to working 100% because I'm over. I'm trying to hit the gym, but now I gotta do all these little home exercises, try to rehab my body back. So here we go. I'm gonna try to do it on the other side. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I could just keep going, Bridget. You can do it. Y'all can all do this. So do your little clamshell, 10 of those. And then after this, you already know, straighten the legs out. Okay guys, so my tired butt is about to show you another exercise. I learned this from OMT. They told me that my pelvis was a little tilted or rotated because of the way my symphysis pubis probably healed. Is probably why my one leg is shorter than the other or whatever they were trying to tell me. So they told me to try to stretch out my hip flexors, and the way to do that is do it this way, or you can have like somebody else help you try to stretch your hip flexors, but this is the way I do it for myself. And like I said, ain't no way I could have done this in the beginning. This is too painful, so don't even do this if it's like painful. Like if it's super painful, that means you need to do the other exercises that I was doing in the beginning and do that every day until you get to the point that I'm at now. But I'm telling you guys, it took me a whole year to get to where I'm at. And I was doing it every day. I'm telling y'all, like I was committed to my body and its recovery. So here I am stretching those inner thigh muscles because they're shortened and I want to stretch them out. So like I said, if you have SPD, y'all know ain't no way you could do this. But when you do what I was doing in the beginning and you do it every day, you're going to get to the point that I'm at. And now I'm just stretching out my glutes. Like I said, if your SPD is painful, you won't be able to do this part because you have to do the exercises I was doing in the beginning. All those exercises before the hip thrust. Okay, those are the ones I'm talking about. And the diaphragmatic breathing exercises is like number one. You do that everywhere. Everywhere, do that. So I'm showing you guys what you can do if you don't have nobody to help you stretch your hip flexors. You want to put your leg on the bed and press up against the bed and really focus on your hamstrings, like not your butt, but really your hamstrings. So you want to push against the bed. Now, this is some advanced level technique. Y'all know if you got SPD, this is advanced technique. So that is about it, guys. I'm over it. I'm tired. I'm in pain, but hopefully you guys like this video. And see you guys in my next video. Love you guys. Bye.